Imagine if simply speaking your truth meant you'd vanish without a trace. In East Africa today, that's not fiction, it's reality. Uganda's longtime ruler, President Yoweri Museveni, has overseen a campaign of abductions, torture, and disappearances targeting opposition figures and civil society. On April 27, 2025, Museveni's son openly boasted of holding Bobi Wine's bodyguard in my basement. Since late 2020, over 3,000 National Unity Platform supporters have been detained or abducted, more than 2,000 still missing as of early 2025. Beyond abductions, Museveni's regime weaponized the courts, charging peaceful marchers with treason and terrorism for simply demanding transparency. Human rights groups warn this could spiral into mass atrocities before the January 2026 election. What began in June 2024 as peaceful #Reject Finance Bill protests against tax hikes morphed into a demand for democratic accountability. In 7 days of rage, police killed over 50 and wounded hundreds. Amnesty and the Kenya Human Rights Commission documented dozens of enforced disappearances, victims blindfolded, beaten, interrogated about protest leadership. Activists like Billy Mwangi, who mocked President Ruto online, were abducted, tortured, and then accused of self-kidnapping. Despite a court order to curb police brutality, plainclothes officers continue to snatch protesters and criminalize memes as cybercrimes. In Tanzania, demanding free elections carries the death penalty. In April 2025, opposition leader Tundu Lissu was arrested and charged with treason simply for his "No Reforms, No Election" campaign. His dramatic court clashes, shirt emblazoned with his slogan, exposed a trial devoid of due process. Solidarity is criminalized too. Kenyan ex-ministers and judges were deported when they tried to attend Lissu's hearings. President Samia Suluhu Hassan calls it protecting sovereignty, but human rights defenders decry it as the criminalization of solidarity. Across Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania, authorities follow a chilling playbook: label dissent a security threat, deploy covert abductions, and misuse courts to legitimize repression. Media outlets self-censor, digital organizers face cybercrime indictments, civil society fears traveling outside their cities. International watchdogs now rank Uganda and Tanzania closed, and Kenya repressed. The message is clear: speak out, and you'll be treated like a criminal. But the human spirit endures. In Nairobi, crowds raised over $300,000 for jailed protesters. In Kampala, mothers defied tear gas to demand their children's release. In Dar es Salaam, lawyers push back against courtroom intimidations. Online, hashtags like #FreeMudway, #RejectFinanceBill, and #NoReforms No Election rally global solidarity. Criminalizing democracy only fans the flames of resistance. East Africa's democratic experiment stands at a crossroads. Will fear become the norm, or will courage reclaim the streets? History shows that silencing voices never secures lasting power. When speaking out is treated as a crime, it isn't just dissent that dies, it's democracy itself. The choice is ours: stand silent or speak up. Criminalizing dissent is the gravest offense against democracy. Share their stories. Raise your voice. Subscribe for updates on Africa's fight for freedom.